Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video, we will have a very common front-end interview question that is simply your Holy Grail layout. So you might have heard about the platform that is Great Frontend. So there you will find this type of question or maybe this particular question as well. So this question is being frequently asked in the interviews nowadays. So we will have this layout, Holy Grail layout, with the help of two different methods. That is simply first with CSS Grids and then with the help of CSS Flexbox. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. So as you can see, we have given this type of code and we have given some basic styling and we need to achieve this type of layout and with the requirements. So it says you should not need to change the HTML too much. So we will not change this too much, but we will have a slight change only. That is simply we will wrap these components inside a div and then we will simply give it a class name as, let's say, container for this. And here we have another div. We will simply add another class name as simply, let's say, content this time. So first thing first, what we will do, we will simply have that container. So first we will use CSS grids. So simply our display would be grid. Then simply grid template rows. So we have first row as our header, then navigation menu and sidebar for the second row, and footer for the third row. And it says header should be 60 pixel tall. So for our header, 60 pixels, and for our footer, let's say 100 pixels. And this row, that is navigation menu and sidebar, we want this to take up the remaining space, right? So simply 1 fr, and simply height would be 100 vh. Then again we need to have this our content, which consists of navigation menu and sidebar. So we will simply pick that. That is our content. Then again display would be grid, and this time grid template columns, as we need to have these three columns. And for the navigation, it says both the left and right columns should have a fixed width of 100 pixels. So for our navigation, 100 pixels. For our sidebar, again 100. And we want our main. So it says the center column, that is our main, should be a fluid width. So it means we need to have, we want it to take the remaining space. So again 1 fr and C. And what do you mean by this fluid width? So it says content to scale and reflow automatically based on the size of the container, right? So if I go to inspect and show you, so please don't compare this with this image, as this is the image and what we created is the actual layout, right? So many of you might start comparing with this, but this is the image, not the layout. Layout is that we created, right? So this is the actual layout. So see, the main is simply fluid width. It's automatically resizing, shrinking, and then expanding. So, and the last thing, all the text are at the center, right? So simply, as here we selected all, so we'll simply have text align to center. So we achieve the layout, that is the Holy Grail layout with the grids. Now let's do the same thing with the help of CSS Flexbox. So again, we need to reset this, and this thing, your JS code will remain same. So again, this time with the help of Flexbox. So again, we will pick this container, and this time we will have display flex to make the page Flexbox. Then again, flex direction would be column, as we want to stack this, right? Header, these three, and the footer. So simply your column, and again height would be 100 VH, that is 100 viewport height, and then simply again our content. So it will be again display flex. Then again, as we want this to take up the remaining space, so this time flex would be 1 simply, and then the header 60 pixel. So simply go to the header and give it a height of 60 pixels. And for your footer again, give it a height of 100 pixel as 100 pixel tall, and then both the left and right column should have a fixed width of 100 pixel again. So simply go to your nav bar, maybe the nav section navigation, simply 100 pixels, aside also 100 pixels, and again for the center column fluid width. So we want this to take up the remaining space or maybe available space. So here again your flex would be simply 1, and the last thing again, that is the center of the text. So we selected all, then again text align center. See, we achieved the layout quite simply, right, with the help of grids as well as the Flexbox. So let's have this also, like inspect to see. Again we have a responsive layout. It's shrinking and expanding according to the width of the page. So yes, that's it for this video. Hope you all now understood about how you can achieve this layout quite simply using CSS Grids as well as Flexbox. So yes, see you all in the next one. Till then, take care.